Well, good morning, Jim Sunderwirth here from the Swing, and here we're talking about something that is so special, and everything in the Bible. Now, remember this: if you don't get anything today, remember this: nothing pleases God but faith. What pleases God is the ability to trust and rest in Him. We talk about this all the time. And today I want you to learn to even more how that here. Remember, we started in chapter 13, and I went way over yesterday because I got all excited about it. But here God tells the spies to go in. They're there for 40 days. They come back with a great report of the promised land. What God had promised them was really true. But there were giants in the lands, big cities, big walls, a lot of stuff, a lot of different nations that were in this little parcel of land that God was going to give them. But instead of looking at God, they started looking at the problem. Now, either you look at the problem and you go, oh my goodness, is God requiring me to take my staff and go in there and do whatever I have to do? Or is God requiring me to keep my eyes upon Him and trust Him to do what I cannot do? Now, the faith says, I look to the Lord, the source, I look unto Him. I look beyond the mountains. I look beyond all that, and I see the one who created all the mountains, and I trust in Him with all my heart. Now, did the children of Israel say, God, look, this is what I can do. I'm strong now. Look what I can do for you. I'm going to go in there and do it for them. No, for God? No. They didn't say that. God came to them. Remember when God came to you and opened up your eyes, and all of a sudden you realized that Jesus Christ, that you had tried to be good all your life, you had tried to, you thought if I could just do a little better here and do a little better there, I'd be okay, but you failed, and we've all failed, and all have come short of the glory of God, and all of a sudden you heard the word, heard the good news that Jesus Christ came, and that He took your sin, He took all that you could not do and do right for God, and He put it upon Him. He took upon Himself your sin. He took upon your failures, everything you ever did wrong, and everything you will ever do wrong. And He took it upon Him, and He took it to His cross. He crucified it, and He said, now then, I'm going to open up to you. Come back to the very promises of God. Come back to everything that God has for you, to be a child of God, no more orphan. Come back, and all of a sudden it dawned on you that you couldn't, but He could, and Jesus Christ died for you and gave you the opportunity to come back and have fellowship with the living Creator who created you and has a plan for your life. And all of a sudden it just dawns on you, wow, look at this. God has something great for me. That should change our lives. And that's what God was trying to do with these children of Israel. Look, it's not about you. This is not about you. It's about me in you doing great things to bring glory and honor, not to you. You're a stiff. We'll read later. All that He does for them, and He still looks at them and says, "You're a stiff-necked people. You could never have done it." Well, this is where we are right here. And there they are, and God opens this up to them, and we left off yesterday where Caleb, he said to them, Caleb quieted the people and said, let us go up and take this land, for we are well able to overcome it with God's help. And what I mean by that, it says over here in the 14th chapter also, it says, here's the key, verse 8, if the Lord delights in us, then He will bring us into this land, and He will give it to us. So it's not about us, it's about Him giving to us. So the one thing you got to realize today, when you're driving your car, you're going to work, or you're at home by yourself facing some issues, and you're facing this day, and we're all facing we don't know what the future holds. We're facing, come on. We don't know, especially us Christians right now in our nation and all that we're facing right now. We do not know what we're going to have to face and what kind of strength we're going to have. But here's what Caleb is going to get across to us today. Here's the devotional thing I want you to remember more than anything else. Caleb knew God was bigger than the problem they were facing. Caleb understood this. And Joshua understood this. God's bigger than the Canaanites and the Jebusites and all the ites. He's bigger than those giants. We're going to talk about this. We have to understand, look, today, right now where you are, the situation you're facing, whether it's loneliness, whether it's financial, spiritual, whether it's your children, whatever it is, focus on the fact that God is bigger. He delights in us. He delighted in us to give us His Son, and He will bring us into the provisions past our problems. In Jesus' name we believe that. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, God bless. Bye-bye.